Hello, everybody. I hope you're all good. I hope you had an excellent week. Let me just turn my darling wife's chair around for her.
It's too close.
There you go. How's that? Comfy?
There you.
There you go.
You got my. Get off my phone. Get off my phone.
Just get your bit of paper down for you. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Is that outside the tank?
It's not outside the tank.
Hey. Cass has been
I've
busy.
been busy
today.
this afternoon.
She's been painting a gnome. There we go. So I hope you're all well. I hope you're absolutely fantastic. We're gonna catch up with you all. Just get sort of a bit disorganised.
I just went to him. We're alive in 7 minutes.
Yeah, and I went panicked and run around the house.
Temu have got these 3D printed gnomes. So I've got a couple and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to paint them. So I bought myself some paint. So today I've painted him.
She's been painting gnomes.
What do you think? Look, he's got his Fly Garrick flipping mushroom bag. Da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, so hiya Kitten, hiya Bill, hiya John.
Hi, John. Yeah, he's had some results back. It is a type of cancer, but until he's had bloods taken on the 18th, he won't know if he needs to have chemo or whether it's benign. So it's not bad news, but it's
not good news. Yeah. So, hello, they're coming in, Punchy, come on in.
So, who we say? Hi, Angel with Dirty Faces. Hi, Andy B. Island Jason, John, Kitten, Lee Michelle. Hope you're feeling better. I hope
coming up.
Your other half is feeling better. Hi, Bill.
Come on in.
Simon. Hiya.
Do excuse the idiot.
Hi, Stealth. Hi, Matty.
Come on in.
Hi, World.
Sorry about me dealing with the idiot.
He's been really. Yeah.
Come on.
The wind's got me up his tail today. I just don't know what's wrong with him.
I'm going to turn back to the camera. I'm here for people, not dogs.
People's, yeah. Don't we get the big guns out? Look, he's a troll hunter.
So I'm on the Thatcher's Katie tonight, which I've been looking forward to. Oh, I'm sorry, love. Let me just grab your water. There you go, my darling.
Thank you. I'm now on the H2O.
And I've got to say one thing tonight. Big respect out to the Pathfinders. Jumping into Tristram da Cunha, carrying medics and that to the ground safely so that they can get on top of the hantavirus out there. That's not good, is it?
No.
Not a nice disease either, hantavirus. It's... What can we say about it? Don't panic about it. It's something that exists worldwide.
It was bird watchers. They went to the landfill, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A couple of and that's where they got it from.
Yeah.
So
hantavirus. It's there. It's anybody that lives in the States knows about it.
Yeah.
It's in Europe, and this is just the odd one is
That's
that
good,
this is the Andes variant, which is the only one that's known to transfer from human to human. And then the contact does need to be fairly intensive, i.e. you need to be breathing the air from that person's lungs pretty much directly. So close contact.
Hi, Ray.
So Ray.
Yeah, we like Mull, don't we?
Yeah.
We've been to Mull a few times.
Yeah, so all is good. It's been a mad week. Couldn't really film a lot this week. I've been working on a movie job And so, again, I'm not
Well,
allowed
for the
to.
bog roll, yeah.
Obviously, one of the things is you're not allowed to film and all the rest of it. I even had to disconnect the recording device in the dash of my car.
Yes.
Because it looks back towards me as well. So obviously those sort of things that you have to be a bit discreet doing. But we were on that this week, which was a wonderful job. It was enjoyable. And when the movie comes out, I'll tell you about it. But other than that, next week I've got Mum's funeral. And then
not your mum's funeral. Not yet.
Taking my mum down for her brother's funeral, and then I come back from that, and we got the camp. So the camp is next weekend.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I will be back up here on Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, diving up to the woods, getting all sorted. It's going to be a bit of a mad rush, but we'll be getting it organised, ready for you lovely people that are coming to the camp. And if you still want to come to the camp and you've not let us know about it, Kaz will, in fact, actually, what have I done with it? I've got a bit of paper here with the email address on it. Where have I put that? There we go, got it. There we go. Send us a quick email, hampshireoutdoors@mail.com, and the lovely Kaz will get back to you, and she will let you know what 3 words and address for finding your way to the camp.
Oh, that's nice, Roy.
You know you'll be welcome.
Those fox cubs Ray filmed, really cute.
Yeah. It's going to be, there'll be a beef stew on Saturday night, I've decided, and I will be using 100% organic Dexter beef courtesy of Farmer P. So that will be the beef that will be in the stew. If there's anybody that's got any dietary requirements and they can't eat the stew, then hard luck.
I'm sure we can find you an old maritime cracker somewhere.
Yeah.
To nibble on.
And other than that, usual camp rules apply, which is, I'll feed you Saturday night, but other than that, you've got to look after yourself. But it will be a fun camp. It'll be a great time. Time to let my hair down, what I got left of it, and meet up with some of you guys. It should be good fun.
Well, that's a shame, Lee, but there's always other days.
There will be another one.
Today is happy 60th birthday to Lee Roberts.
Yes, happy birthday, Lee.
Happy birthday, youngster. Welcome to the 60s club.
Yeah, young Lee Roberts is catching up with me.
Yeah, he's finished our sticks that I commissioned him to do. We've seen bits of it, but they're all wrapped up, ready for the show for the 23rd. So we haven't seen the whole stick until we pick it up at the ship.
I'm 10 miles into my mile a day in May for the RNLI. That's going well. Quite enjoying that. That's actually helped the leg. The leg's easing up. Although I did manage to do a stupid thing yesterday. I was going to pull my shed down. I packed up blacksmithing 2 years ago because the hammer work was destroying my hands. Okay, I couldn't strike the anvil, and I have missed it. I've missed it quite severely. So I've got a bit crazy, partly inspired by my mate Sticks, who I was helping to advise on his knife making skills.
And young Island Jason.
Yeah. So this week I bought myself Coal Forge. I'm not bothering with a heavy anvil. I won't be doing major works like I used to, but I'm going to get back into making some of the little items that you like to have on the camp, some little bits. And the idea is within the me showing you how I make them, hopefully will inspire more of you to have a go yourself, because I'm going to try and keep it to the basic stuff. So everything I do, you don't necessarily need a forge. You can
young Jason, yes, young Jason.
You can either improvise something in a barbecue using the wife's hairdryer and a little bit of pipe. So I'm going to keep it to the sort of projects, show you can make the stuff. It's all about prepping and survival. So it's going to be about producing some gear for
See, if it wasn't for you and Chris, I'd start having some more of my garden back. But then again, part of where his forge was originally, that is where my big scooter is parked at the moment. It's got a little...
in the carport.
Yeah, in the carport, yes. A carport come... machine area. Yeah.
And then so I will basically go through some projects that you can do for your camps. It'll be things like cooking irons, squirrel cookers, things like that. How to make pot hangers, bits and pieces. How to make them ornate. And some of it will be using salvage scrap metal. Some of it's going to be using the cheap bar in stock that you can get from your average DIY shop or your,
It's like the
your equivalent of B&Q.
The herb choppers out of a file. They were that's good.
So hopefully that'll help inspire some of you guys into giving it a bash.
Hi, Dee. Is it Mother's Day over there? Happy Mother's Day.
Hi, cheers, Dee. Oh, happy Mother's Day, lovely.
Yeah. Woo.
I
Chocolates.
get 2 a year. Nope. I'll dive out afterwards. So yeah, Dee, how you doing, brother? So hopefully you're all having an absolutely awesome week. Like I say,
oh, excellent. So Lee, he's going to get out some old files because of Chris and Jason's video. He's reignited a fire in him as well. That's it.
Exactly that. I mean, I've missed it. There's been numerous items that I have actually looked at and thought, I could make that myself. There's been a couple of bits around the house, a couple of bracketries, bits and pieces like that. I want to make some new hinges for the gate and the garden. So again, it's all that sort of thing. One of the things about blacksmithing, and this is the thing, I'm not a blade sport. Our American friends might call a bladesmith or a cutler if you're in the UK and a bit old-fashioned like me.
I left it.
But I am a blacksmith.
Thank you.
I like making.
Happy Mother's Day, yeah.
Those things you need, use, those bracketry hinges and all that sort of thing. There's great fun and pleasure in that. Making things like coat hooks and stuff like that, simple projects, even down to key rings, bottle openers and stuff like that. It's all good fun.
And of course, he's also going to I'm going to find some. Oh, thank you. We're going to find some Kydex to fight, so you can make me somewhere to put my walking stick when I'm on my scooter, because you can't steer and hold a stick as well. My big one, it's okay because I can bungee it around the seat, but with a smaller one, there's just nowhere to put your stick.
Yeah. So we're getting back into that. And I must also say, so Jason the chef, he come back from America.
Yeah.
He brought me a new gadget back.
Look at that.
He brought me one of those, which I'm trying out in here for the lighting tonight. It's fully rechargeable with a remote control.
Yeah.
So I should bring that to the camp because that'll make a...
Well, as I said, he hears the leaf springs are good for making knives.
Yes, they are. A lot of cookeries, a lot of machetes around the world and heavy working knives are made out of recycled leaf springs. So this is sprung steel. Okay, so sprung steel, as you can imagine, is designed to bend. It's designed to flex, and it holds an edge quite well. But it's very, very good for hard blows and that because it is sprung. It will take that shock loading through it.
They're not bad. It's a bad they left. They've actually done this. This come from Temu. It was a 3D printed gnome
outside a tank.
So I painted it. We don't know, like the thing Fly Garrick mushroom bag, but so it looks like outside a tank.
If you see this, I'm not being rude, not just she painted it, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, hey. So I might get Kaz to paint one for you and send it down from the dash of your van.
That was quite fun. I quite enjoyed that.
Yeah. It's great likeness of me. Yeah. Got a bit more hair than me.
You got both mums coming around for dinner.
Excellent. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Cheers, Lefty. She appreciates that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will said, would you recommend a bushcraft knife?
Would I recommend a bushcraft knife? Okay.
I do a lot of battening.
If you're doing heavy battening, mate, there are 3 knives out there, one of which isn't going to be quite so easy to find, but is worth having. But I would say to you, If you're buying a really good solid knife, what I call a lifetime knife,
okay? You'll have to give it a Welsh flag, yeah.
This is a knife you're going to be able to buy once, carry it a lifetime, use it. Mora Garberg, okay, that's the easiest one to find, and it's a bloody good knife. Mora, you can't fault them.
A leaf spring made like knife for battening. That's what it meant.
Oh yeah. A leaf spring made knife for battening for heavy work, definitely. There's any of you looking at doing a project out there with leaf springs? Leaf springs are great to work. They're great to make tools with, and you don't need to. And this is one of the things. Forget Forge Divide. You don't need to harden it. Don't need to anneal it. Okay. If you can find the flat section of the leaf spring, okay, you can use that straight off. And as long as you don't overheat the metal, you can put an edge on that, shape it, grind it into what you want, put a handle on it, and you've got a tool straight away. Obviously, if you're using the curved section, you are going to need some sort of forge to anneal it so you can flatten it out, straighten it, and then you're going to go through a heat treat process afterwards, okay? But at the end of the day, any sprung steel is always good to work with because it's designed to take that shock loading. Yeah, more like the Mora Companion, brilliant. Mora Garberg, brilliant, and the MOD Survival Knife. Those, I think those are the three I'd probably say go for. There are BK knives out there. There's all sorts out there, but it's again, you've got to find something that works for you. You've got to find something that's readily available where you live and that you can use.
Have you got an old a mower?
Yeah.
Even the Flymo ones, the metal
mower blades, very good quality steel. They tend to make you can make some very interesting tools out of those, especially if you find the thicker ones. And again, you got to remember that is a working steel. It's a steel that's designed to take a shock loading.
X amount of times you hit stones and God knows whatever else.
And this is one of the things you've got to look at. Really good quality chainsaw bars. Yeah. Good quality steel's designed to take that shock loading. If it's designed to take a shock loading and an impact, if you put an edge on it, everything you use it for, it's going to stand up to.
Yeah, because Kitten's given Chris some his Blackbirds brakes, isn't he?
Yeah.
Discs.
The Ambergs, decent blade too. Yeah. It's again, and it's don't get caught up on posh steels. Like I said the other day, in a survival situation, that ruler, okay, rubbed down a brick to get an edge on it, is going to be a cutting, slicing implement that you could use. You can adapt almost anything.
Hi, Kevin. Hey, you're on the that one today.
I'm on the
Thatcher's Katie.
Thatcher's Katie tonight. Okay, that's what I'm boozing on tonight.
Yes.
So I do like the
Saves me pulling the pints.
Yeah.
Cider.
I've got a bit of a soft spot for the Thatcher's Katie. I find it's a nice sweeter cider. I'm not a big dry cider fan. I like something with a bit of sweetness to it. Tool steel, absolutely brilliant. I mean, tool steel. Okay, you can make small knives like that out of tool steel. Works absolutely brilliantly. So we're going to be doing a bit more of that on the channel. But I'm not going to be focusing on knives. I'm going to be focusing on the art of blacksmithing and making those things
tools, isn't it?
And tools, items, and that you will want to take to your camp. I think one of the first ones I'm going to do as a project for you guys, and I know there's a couple of people who've had them off me in the past, is my folding griddles. Right? So it's a simple folding griddle that comes apart, folds completely flat, can go in your pack. And depending on what you need for where you are, you can design it with the legs, whatever length you want.
It's like when you go to you've been to the camp.
Mac. How you doing, mate?
Hi, Mac. You'll see that the cooker, the fire they've got there, they've got some swing outs. They're on the squirrel tails. Yeah. And what Mick got was a rack with the grill, the straight lines, but to hold it underneath, he's actually used a horseshoe.
Yeah,
and it's a horseshoe that holds it, and it just swings round into the fire. You can lower it and higher it at will.
And the idea is then, either I can inspire other people to make stuff themselves, or if you see something you really fancy in that, send us an email. let us know the dimensions you want it, and I'll see if I can knock one up for you and send it out to you. It's simple as that. Because I'm fully aware not everybody has access to kit, space, and that to do these sorts of things.
Oh, you're on the case cider and the night cider. You.
So, Mac, I'm wearing a maroon. It doesn't show it on the camera. I'm wearing a maroon top tonight in honour of the Pathfinders that jumped into Tristram da Cunha with the medics today. I thought that was quite impressive.
Yeah, Mac, I finished it.
Outside the tank.
It's not outside the tank. I showed Mac before I'd finished it.
Yeah, handcrafted items solve a problem. Yeah, it's simple things. I mean, you don't necessarily need a forge.
It's like you made the hooks for that are on that rail. You'll see when you look at any of the videos using that fire for hanging the kettle on and everything else, and they would not take it.
Wasn't it, Mac? That was an impressive jump.
Yeah,
you know. I mean, I was like, there was a little. Don't get me wrong. There was a little bit of me as they went out that plane. Fucking Land of Hope and Glory was playing in the background of my head, along with the flight of the Valkyries.
And your bum hairs will be holding you to the seat.
I mean, I was like, even my mum, she said to me, I saw it on the news, she said, and I thought to myself, there you go, we can still do it when it's needed.
Yeah.
And so for anybody out there that's a politician,
I walk.
Ever says we don't need an airborne forces or a jump school anymore, yeah, say we do. Although it's a good job I wasn't on the team, because you'd have heard me screaming the whole way down. Don't like heights.
Oh, excellent. So Kittle made a cold chisel as an apprentice almost 50 years ago. So got it. And, I think Christopher's got some bits he made with his first welding. He made like little metal boxes, didn't he? And things.
It. And so there are, and of course, blacksmithing, there are skills that come into that, things like welding and that. So I'll do a little, like we don't need paratroops. So I'll do a little tutorial on welding, and I'm not a welder. I'm pretty much self-taught, but I'll show you my welder, which was a sub £100 welder from Amazon. It's a stick welder. And I'll show you the technique that I use for welding with that. Somebody might come back and go, I think is it your I'm pretty sure the coal fire forge you got coming is from another one from Poland. It is.
Yeah.
It is. So
and how to make their stuff out there, don't they?
The last 3 forges that I've put together myself have all come from Poland. They still manufacture really good blacksmithing gear out there.
Oh, walk, cook, walk. Oh, very nice.
Yes. I have seen sticks.
Wow.
Sticks did send me a picture.
Black Forest Berry Mead.
Yeah.
Oh,
mate, you're a diamond. You're a diamond.
I'm gonna have to bring those little tiny glass tankers I've got. The little diddy ones.
Yeah, yes. Very small ones.
Little ones. About a tank size.
So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to the camp next week.
I'm going to be baking.
It'll be a chance for people to enjoy themselves, let their hair down, relax in the woods, and get together.
We're going to be using fresh. There'll be Dexter beef.
Yeah.
So we're using making a beef stew.
There'll be a beef stew Saturday night. I'm using Farmer P's beef on that.
Yeah.
So and it'll be a simple stew.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing fancy. I mean, if Jace might turn up and he might take over, in which case it will get fancied. But I think he's busy next weekend. I believe he's at the Goodwood Motor Festival.
No.
Basingstoke Motor Festival. No.
No, that was today.
All right.
I think he said he was going to be watching the lorry racing.
Oh,
possibly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you might have to put up with me chefing.
Oh, so you got a hot. Jason got a high flow propane regulator. He's going to make some get an iron pipe and make a forge himself.
Yep, do it, mate. If you're going to make your own forge, one of the things I would say to you is you're going to need
nice walk.
refractory cement. Okay, protect the steel from the heat. And the other thing is with the forge, it lowers your gas usage. If you can use refractory cement, or if you can use fire bricks, they hold the heat a lot longer.
And always have a big bucket of water nearby.
Yeah.
Always.
It makes the heat treats a lot easier because you can bring it up to temperature, get it to temperature, shut it down, leave it all closed up, and it will just cool nice and slow. If you run a forge straight into metal, what tends to happen is it cools too quickly, and it can lead to other issues. Your airflow is just work it out. It's trial and error, and you'll figure it out. You'll know.
Is that why you like me, Simon?
And as Cass says, ideally, a minimum, and I mean this is absolutely a minimum requirement: 20 litres cold, clean water to one side for emergency quenching of the human body. Okay, anybody that does any blacksmithing, right?
Or you do what you had a bit of metal going from your overalls, didn't you? Yeah, your pocket was on fire.
Yeah. So it's a simple requirement, and the reason being a minimum of 20 litres is if you do, God forbid, pick up, have a piece break off, hit you, fold back on you, or that steel is anywhere from 1200 to 2000 degrees.
And a jam tight in ages.
And it will mess you up quickly. The faster you can get that limb or that part of your body into cold water and maintain that cooling, the more essential it is. So it is pretty much old blacksmith's measurement, minimum of 20 litres, and have it in the forge. Literally, people always say to me, you go and see any old proper blacksmith's forge, there is a big old water tank, a huge water tank. The back people go, oh, that's for doing big bits of steel. It's not. It's because when you put your hand in it, because you've just burnt yourself, you want that water to stay cold and you want it to stop that burning. Okay, so yeah.
Take all those auto hammers, they are very, very big.
Yeah.
And if you had an auto hammer in the shed with my scooter as well, that'd be it. It'll take up the whole lot. And another thing, that's a lot of they're a lot of pa-doom, noise, and the neighbours would. Yeah,
I'm very much a traditionalist. I like traditional stuff. Anybody that knows me knows I'm quite old fashioned. There is nothing wrong with machine hammers, steam hammers, and all that sort of thing. They're good tools. They do a great job. If you're a manufacturer, I'm a small scale blacksmith, always was, always will be. And I'm the sort of person you could come to and say, I need hinges made, I want a gate made, I made something like that ornament. And I do it as a one-off project.
Yeah, he doesn't. You don't use gloves.
No. All right, so here's an old. When I first went as an apprentice to Ash Forge, I bought myself a load of kit, and I walked in, nice leather apron, and a pair of heavy-duty welding gloves that literally came to here. And the old boy said to me, he said, right, the only time you'll wear heavy-duty metal gloves is when you're grinding or cutting steel. If you're working hot steel, he said, don't wear leather gloves. And there's a reason behind this. Thick leather gloves, when they hit a piece of red-hot steel, will close around that steel. The leather shrinks, and it will close around it, and they hold heat. So your hand is trapped around a piece of hot metal, or your hand is trapped inside a glove that is now superheated, and it will burn your hand even more. One of the things about super hot steel is when it comes into contact with skin, it creates all the moisture in the skin is instantly evaporated. It creates a barrier.
It's like butter hands, isn't it? Yeah.
The steel tends to slide out. Okay. Which then gives you the opportunity of getting your hands into that cold water and cooling it. So it's a case of bare hands, be thoughtful, be mindful, and be careful. And I suppose the other thing is you're constantly looking at your hands and thinking, hot metal, bare hands, hot metal, bare hands. You let something mistake. But it does happen, especially when you're doing a series of projects. I was doing a section or a collection of knives for somebody. So I'm doing sort of like 8 or 9 knives all at the same time. So going into the forge, coming out, being worked, going onto a rack, and doing that. And without even thinking at one point, I picked up one that I'd only put down about 35 seconds before. And as I picked it up, it slid out of my hand. But the hissing, as it went through my hand, told me what I'd done. So I just let the knife fall to the floor, put the hand in the cold water. And, held it there. And lucky for me, I felt the pain. And that's the other thing. If you're blacksmithing, you burn yourself, you don't feel pain, then you want to start thinking and get to the hospital. If you don't feel pain, it usually means that you've destroyed the nerve endings in the skin. And that means it's a deep burn. Okay?
And also, the fire gods, if you're going to make a knife or anything, you'll always cut yourself because there's always a payment in there. There is
always a payment to be made when you're producing anything with a forge. It's whether it's in a burn, whether it's in a cut, whether it's in.
Chris didn't he? And then his wife cut her finger as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jason, did you pay the cost? Did it get you? Did it have a little nibble?
Always does. always ask for a payment. But again, it's one of those things, and it is a noisy process. It is a loud process. It's one of the reasons I'm going coal, as the old gas forge is raw.
It's like someone setting off a freaking rocket in the garden. Yeah.
Well, my old gas forge that Kiwi had off me was a double burner, twin jet burner, and that was 18 inches by about 24 inches. And
sticks.
I'd fire that thing up out there in the shed, and the neighbours, they could hear it. You could hear it 800-900 meters away. It sounded like a jet engine. Luckily enough, with my neighbours, the deal was quite simple. I'd never start forging before 9, and I'd never go after 6 in the evening. Other than that, they were all quite happy, and they knew that if they needed anything making for them, they only ever had to knock on the gate, and I'd be prepared to do it.
Look what I've done, Sticks! Woo!
Side attack.
Look, it was a grey 3D printed gnome, and look what I've done to it. Do 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 do. Look at that.
So, mate, how was Penny Fan?
Stop abusing my gnome. I've got another one to do. I actually bought 2. They're only about, I think it's £1.40 each.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So Kaz's little project for the moment is painting gnomes. I did actually like. She said to me what did you think, and I thought that the little side pouches with the mushroom
pattern
on it, I thought was absolutely brilliant. That was a nice touch. Did like that. So what's he carrying there?
And it's got a gnome version of Flecton.
I think it's an M4 DeMarco, something along that lines there.
Yeah, exactly, Simon. Gnome abuse will not be tolerated.
Yeah. Did like his camouflage as well. I think
I might do almost slightly different. There's got another one that's actually carrying the gun that way.
Yeah.
And
I tell you, he's got a serious face, that gnome.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a gnome that means business. I mean, at the end of the day, he looks like he's
his beard looks black there, but it's actually brown. But,
he definitely looks like he's up for it.
It looks like I showed our son Dan. He does Warhammer. And he's been painting. He does Star Wars characters, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Little Ewoks and Jawas.
Yeah. So next thing is
it's a mushroom pouch. Yeah.
We're into that mad month now, and we were into May. The old saying, "Don't cast a clout till May is out." One day it can be in the 20s, and the next day it is 8 degrees. It's up and
Tilly
down.
No, mate. I like that.
Big now wants one of those kitchen knives from China, the ones that cut through everything and never need sharpening. What can I use? Absolutely nothing, mate. There is no such thing as a knife that will never need sharpening.
Yeah.
Even a ceramic blade needs sharpening. Not much. Even a ceramic blade needs sharpening, mate. There's some good quality steel out there, but you're going to pay very, very good money for it. Okay, if you were looking at making your nan the equivalent, one of the things that we made a knife from last year for kitchen use, actually, no, year before, Jason made it, chef design knife for himself.
Oh, that
And
Klingon type one.
He used it was an old metal saw blade from a saw bench. So it was about 2 millimeters thick, but a very high quality steel. It took a hell of a lot of cutting, and in actual fact, I've still not forgiven him for the moment where I said, when you come to drill that, use those bits up there, don't use those bits there. And then 5 minutes later on, I could hear something screaming in my shed, walked out to see the glowing tip of one of my good quality drill bits that had now been reduced to molten metal. Yeah. Yeah, planer blades, they make good steel. Yeah. Blackwood brake discs.
Yes.
Yeah. Brake discs, they make they're good steel. Designed to shed heat quickly as well.
No, he can't.
Naughty. If your tip's glowing, go slower.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So in the UK at the moment, what we got to be aware of. So we've just gone through our local elections. What a drama that was, eh? There's some people not too happy. There's some people happy. There's some people not too happy. It is what it is. But we don't do politics on this channel, so we'll stay off of that one.
But that's quite funny.
Other than that, we've got the hantavirus, which a lot of people I know are panicking about the moment because we got these Brits coming back and there's this disease.
Yeah.
All I can say about it, it's like any disease at the end of the day. There are far more risky things here already that float around that you can catch. Don't panic too much about it. Just don't snog anybody that's been sniffing mouse poo. It's as simple as that.
This was my wonder. What the hell those bird watchers were doing? Yeah. I know they went to a landfill to film birds, but how the hell did you pick up that virus if you got to touch the ground? Yeah, you got to lay on the ground or sat on the ground or
somewhere that the mouse has peed. And the problem with mice,
they pee everywhere.
Mice pee constantly. They don't have a bladder control. They literally, as it fills, it empties. So everywhere they walk, they are
piddling.
They're piddling. So I have a metal questionnaire. CPM 3V is easy to field sharpen. I've not tried. Right. So if you're looking at sharpening steels, quality for steels, then usually what you'll do is if you Google, they will give you a recommendation for what to sharpen it with. Some of the higher end steels, you're going to want to use things like diamond sharpeners, because it's only the diamond that's really going to cut the steel. I've got a couple of little tiny diamond sharpeners that I like to carry with me. Other than that, it's time and practice, mate.
It's easy enough to get hold of a freaking. Oh, bugger.
Yeah. It is not too hard to get sharpening kits.
I was saying it's not hard to get hold of things like old lawnmowers and that because there's always got people that have got them that are broken down and that.
Right. That's my sharpening kit. It's Ruxin Pro. In the bag there is also my stone. Okay, don't ever load your
They could have done that with a little nibble of a rodent,
That's my stone there. That's a Norton stone. Okay, very, very good quality stone.
You've had that absolute donkey's year.
Yeah. So my sharpening kit, there's a flat file for a chainsaw. Okay, chainsaw files, if you're going to be doing stuff, absolutely brilliant because they are designed to sharpen and profile chainsaw blades, which is a very, very strong steel. And then in there as well, there's a bracket which holds it to the vise, all the bits and pieces, and a collection of water stones. And the bonus with this system is when you set it up, it connects to your table, your bench like that.
I'll quick walk. So he's got a stone like that, but he doesn't know how to use it. So perhaps you could explain how to use one of those stones as well.
So this system, you can buy these quite reasonably on Amazon.
Yeah.
And that. So that connects to your bench. Your blade connects into there. When it's all tightened up, your stone goes in there, and then that will maintain a constant angle for you for all your sharpening. Okay, and you can vary the angle, as you can see there, by adjusting the wheel up and down, steeper and lower. They are, for anybody that is
they're on
new to it. It's Amazon.
It's this one's spelled RUIXIN
There you go.
Pro.
Yeah,
and it's it's got that connects to you, obviously your table and that, and so that's where your knife goes. And
it's a good kit, and it will do pretty much any size knife that you want to do. The oil stone. Okay, so oil stones, and in fact, hanging up back there is my leather strop, which is my main sharpening for my knives. Is stropping. I strop my knives regularly, and that helps to maintain my edge, keep the burrs off. So stones. Okay, doke. So first thing you've got to know is keep the box. Keep the box it comes in. The box is designed to protect the stone, stops it drying out. If Kaz sniffs that stone, she'll probably go, oil. It's an oil stone. Okay. When you first get your stone, you make the choice. Is it going to be an oil stone or a water stone? Once you've soaked it in water, you can never use oil on it. And if you've used oil on it, you can never use water on it. It's as simple as that. Has a fine side and a coarse side. And when it comes to sharpening,
just find yourself a box it'll fit in.
So when it comes to sharpening your knife, you're gonna place your knife on it, find your angle, okay, and sharpen your knife on it. Now, as you can probably hear there, because that's a tool steel, it skates even on that fine side. Okay, so
Simon says is baby oil very slippery.
You could use baby oil.
You got another 19 minutes to go before you start that, Simon.
I use 3-in-1. Is the oil I use on my sharpness stone because it's nice and light. Don't use WD-40. Problem with WD-40, although it's a great knife a great oil for lubricating fine things and for protecting steel. The problem with it is it also has
Good evening, wandering
so that it works off the aerosol, and those ingredients in it aren't going to do the knife or your stone any good.
We've got the Wandering Cumbrians in.
Hi, you Wandering Cumbrian. How you doing, mate?
It's his first time in. Pull up a seat in the bar.
Yeah, pull up a seat in the bar. Get yourself a drink.
Yep.
So Sunday social.
We're just talking about sharpening stones and making knives out of horse files, steel, etc.
The sort of prepping skills and that have gone by the by. So welcome to the channel, mate. Basically, what the channel's about here, I spent many years working in survival. Retired. I love being outdoors. I love doing my thing, although I'm getting a bit long in the tooth now. So I'm just trying to share an interest. The Sunday Social is really a load of us that have got together over the last 3 or 4 years. And we meet up every Sunday, and it's like being in the pub. We don't necessarily talk survival and prepping. We talk about anything that comes to mind.
We every Sunday, isn't it?
Without fail.
Without fail. We even do one at Christmas and the New Year.
I will even
Quick Walk's going to be sharpening his tomorrow using his stone.
Excellent, mate. Yeah. Let me know how you get on, mate. Let me know how you get on. Tools, equipment, and knives. So I strop mine regularly. And if you're out in the field, if you're out, you're walking, you've used your knife quite regularly that day, and you're thinking it's getting a bit blunt. Okay, are you wearing a leather boot? Okay, if you're wearing a leather boot, don't cut the leather, but strop the knife. What you'll probably create is just a very fine burr which is what tends to happen in the use of the knife. You burr over the metal along that edge. So if you've got something leather or a belt even, and you just strop it 2 or 3 times each side on that, you'll take that burr off and you'll retain your edge. And a regularly stropped knife will be your sharpest knife. And even doing it on my hand there, I've noticed that I've taken the burr off of that. Not that I suggest doing it on your hand, because my hands are pretty tough, and if you've got a burr on there, it can slice it.
Yes,
but as you notice, back of the blade, edge of the blade, so you go from back to the edge to take a burr off.
Walk said we can even talk about wobbly canoes. Right. World said, have you done a video of you sharpening a well-used knife? If not, will you? I'd like to see a blacksmith's process. You have done one, haven't you?
I have done it. I've done several sharpening videos. I've shown people how to sharpen axes, knives, and saws.
Maybe worth of updated, or
yeah, we'll rehit that. Rehit that.
But there are some of the knife sharpening process, isn't there?
Yeah. It's do excuse me. I'm wearing the wrong glasses again tonight, so I'm having to look at the comments in front of me here.
I have to help him through.
Yeah, Kaz helps me through.
Yeah.
But
it's always worth revisiting some of the old videos anyway, and updating them.
And the other thing is, you never cease to learn. Okay, so I have seen recently. So if you, I'm sure there's nothing in that. Tip it in the bin. Ceramic cut. Okay, you using a ceramic cut to sharpen a knife. Yes, it works. And in actual fact,
you can do it on a concrete wall, can't you?
Yeah, it works really well on very, very hard steels. So if you have things like tall steel, ceramic will actually work very well for sharpening. And the proof in the pudding there is if I take the oil stone again, it's all down to sound. Okay, so if I take the coarse side of my stone, I take my knife and in the same profile, run it down.
Definitely wrong glasses.
It's hardly any sound at all.
Yeah.
Okay, you can hear it skating across it. Whereas if I take the cup, you can hear and even see on the edge of the cup where the steel's coming off. Okay, so there you go.
Lee Michelle was saying that you can remove the metal marks from ceramic stone by using a rubber.
Yes, you certainly can.
That's always handy to know. So yeah.
And so with your oil stone, once every 2 or 3 years, because you'll see it starts to build up on it. What I'll do with that is I'll stick that in an old pot with some clean oil, and I heat it. And I heat it up, bring it to a simmer, and I let it sit. And what that does, that the oil floats off all the metal filings that got into all the pores in it, and then it reabsorbs the oil, takes the oil in and holds the oil in it. And that protects it. But like I say, you have to make a choice when you buy your stone. Is it going to be a water stone? Is it going to be an oil stone? You can't swap that over halfway through. And the same thing is for a water stone. If you use it as a water stone, you want to get the filings out that's starting to build up in the pores into water, bring it up to a good simmer, not a boil, but up to a simmer. Simmer it for a good 10-15 minutes, and you'll see scum forming on top, and a lot of that will be all the filings and that being pulled out of the stone as it absorbs the water. Yeah. Exactly, John. Exactly. It's an old trick. You used to see butchers and chefs doing it all the time.
What's likely to have been useful as a chap who gave it to me was sharpening chisels.
Yeah.
There's still a bloke in Recklesham, which is a few miles away from here, and he still does the knife and scissor sharpening. He does all sorts of things. Your lawnmower blades and all that thing. That's something you don't sort of see anymore, do you? It's quite a thing dying off on. I prefer an oil stone myself. All right, so I've got 2 sets there. My Rexin Pro's water based. My
Norton stone is oil based. Okay, and again, I will say this much: Norton stones.
Yeah.
Nobody but me touches that stone. Yeah, about 175 quid. For
The thing is, that should last you.
Yeah. And I've had that over 30 years. It will last me a lifetime. That sort of thing I will pass on to my sons. Okay.
Said, would he have used oil or water for doing the chisels?
It depends. I mean, it depends on how he's set up. You find that a lot of guys that were doing regular tools and equipment would use water, because what's happening is the water is cooling. Okay, same thing with the oil, it's cooling. That's the idea of it. Especially if you're using a circular disc or a wheel.
Yeah, Bill had a spitstone. I've seen him do that.
Yeah, you don't. All it's adding is lubrication and cooling. So again, if you've got a spinning wheel, okay, even on the old treadle wheels and you're sharpening blades, you don't want to heat that blade. Heat is the enemy of your knives. Okay, I can tell you that now. If you ever see your knife edge going blue, you've destroyed the hardness and the temper of that blade.
Resist poking logs in your fire.
Yeah.
Use a pokey stick.
Yeah.
Stick says his stone is getting a dip. How can he flatten it? Sandpaper.
Yeah. Roll it over. Sandpaper, usually on a board or a piece of metal, and then just work it against it to take the dip out. You have to do that on a regular basis. If you're going to do a lot of sharpening and that, you learn to turn your stones around, turn them over, and try.
Like kitchen knives.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long for your kitchen knife to start getting a bit blunt. You should notice it when you're trying to cut through tough meat. You think, yeah.
I've got to replace some of these sharpness, the Ruxin sharpness stones, but lucky enough, they're quite affordable to replace. You can see on that one there.
Yeah, it's got you got a bit of a see.
Yeah,
that was quite straight still.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, that one's got a bit of a, but not as bad as that one.
No, your coarser ones tend to do a lot more work, and the easiest way to check it and test it is you just do that.
Yeah.
In actual fact, even that one, that finishing one there.
Yeah. I think you need to treat yourself to a new set, my love.
Yeah. But again, they're once you've got the kit, these aren't that expensive, and you can get all sorts of qualities, types, finenesses.
He said he wants to know. Six says, do you use the finest grit you have?
Do I use the?
No, do you use the finest grit for straight flattening down his stone?
Just for finishing off.
Yeah.
Just for finishing off. So, grits that I've got here that I use. Okay, so you've got a 400 grit grit, 300 grit, a 360, 400, 600. Okay, which is pretty much for setting the end of my edge, and then that is, if I remember, it's 1,000 grit, and that is just used for polishing the steel at the end of the job. That is literally a couple of swipes of that just to polish off that edge, and then it's on to stropping. And I strop with a pig strop, and I use a tiny little bit of cutting compound on that. If you haven't got cutting compound, teacup for your car, that will do the same job.
I think we got that. We have one of those sharpening knives you pull towards you, haven't we?
They're very, very good.
Yeah.
Ceramic ones are very, very good.
We had one that you could sit on, you could stick on the side of your either fridge freezer. We use that.
Yeah.
You're still 7 minutes too early, Simon.
Yeah, I mean, these, a lot of people don't like them. These ceramic sharpeners, which got the V in it, you pull the knife through. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. If you're using a tool all the time, or you're doing kitchen work, they're brilliant. A quick sharpen, a quick touch up. And as I said to people in the past, you can have an edge too fine, and this is one of the things that you don't. I'm forever seeing people picking up bits of paper and picking up a knife and just go, that's brilliant.
But
it's a super fine edge if you want to do surgery, but it's not going to take a lot of abuse because that edge is too fine.
And you keep doing it on paper, you're doing it no favours either.
Exactly that. what you actually got to do, you've got to find that in between where it's got enough durability to do all those jobs that you want it to do, and yet still be sharp enough to do it. So again, to get a sharper edge, you lower the. So there's your edge profile. The finer your edge profile, the sharper your blade. Okay, but the finer your edge, the more easily damaged it's going to become. So you've got to find that point where you've got that meeting in the middle. Yeah, it's micro bevels. Yeah, this 99.9% of knives these days have got a micro bevel on them. Okay, straight out of the manufacturers. The only things that really don't, as a standard, are things like scalpels and that.
Thanks, Cumbrian. That's what we do. We just have sort of generally start chatting, and people sort of ask questions, and then other people have come up with tips.
Yeah,
and that's how it's worked for the last 3 years now, isn't it?
And there is, and again, the idea of this channel, I have a better knowledge, but I'm not an expert. I'm constantly learning from you guys, and then hopefully I'm putting tips out to other people that they can then use. And the big thing is, all we're trying to do is encourage people to enjoy.
We are family.
And understand not everybody can get outside up into the well, you're obviously in Cumbria, up into the Cumbrian Hills. Some people live in inner cities and that. And they
still going on about his glowing tips
and get their pleasure through watching other people have their adventures, which is cool. It's actually more for me about love and a passion of the great outdoors than it is being able to make a video at the top of a mountain.
Yeah, we do. We cover all sorts of foraging, tools, equipment. What would you use the best thing? What would you take? What would you not take?
Jace,
thank you, Walk Cook. Walk, he's on his page.
You look at any good quality knife under a microscope, and you'll see the serrations on the blade. A lot of people think that you can get a piece of steel to such a fine edge that it will cut almost nothing.
I've just subscribed to you.
If you look at any knife edge under a microscope, there's serrations, and it's serrations that do the cutting. They work like a saw. They grip and cut through things. So
yeah, I meant to mention that Arlen Jason made a good point about using a file card.
Yeah,
great for keeping in straight. It's just the little things like that to keep on top of your equipment.
Equipment. Yeah, it's definitely that. I mean, I've got to get my arc welder out. It's been in the back of the shed for a year and a half. I've fingers crossed that's going to work. I've got to get a new mask.
Yeah.
So it's things like that. I got my welding rods out the other day and had a look, and I was like, they're
well, luckily, this year it seems that the bumblebees, now that the anvil's gone, last year, the year before, the bees, they're white-tailed bumblebees, so they actually made a nest underneath the slab that the anvil sat on, but this year they haven't.
Yeah, and so if there's any of you that haven't subbed, get out there, have a look at Cumbrian's, what's his channel name there? Where's his channel name?
Walk Cook Walk, followed there.
There we go. Oh yeah, thank you, Walk Cook Walk. Cheers, mate. So what we do here, mate, you'll join us next week again, and you'll get made a moderator, which will allow you to then put up links to your channel. All you guys in blue already know. Watch out for the trolls.
That's a good idea. Yeah, that is
You're
good.
All troll snipers.
Lee Michelle was saying a blade maintenance video would be good.
Yeah. I mean,
I shall make a note of that.
Yeah. Sharpening saws in the field. Oh, right. So sharpening saws, files, set your teeth. I'll have to do a video on it. I'll do a video on it. It's easier to show than it is to explain. Filing a ball bearing into a cube.
Oh my goodness.
Teaches you patience. That does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, for the guys that have just made a couple of knives, they've learnt the lesson there, the hand sanding that goes into a knife.
Yeah,
Well,
it's hours, isn't
I
it?
used to get people ask me to make them knives, and I'd be like quoting 300 or 400 quid for a knife, and they'd be like, "What, 300 or 400 quid?" I go, "Well, the materials, the gas, the equipment, and the fact that it's going to take me a week to make that knife." And they're like, "But on Fortune on Fire, they do it in 3 or 4 hours." And you're like,
So Iron Jason said, never try to sharpen a silky. You'll make it worse. Don't ask me.
Don't sharpen silky.
Yeah.
Silky saws, you replace the blades. When we're talking about setting teeth and sharpening saws, we're talking about old-fashioned saws. Modern saws like the silkies and that, no, you won't sharpen it. Okay, not unless you've got all the right tools, equipment, workshop for doing it, and you're going to need a proper saw set to do it. Saw teeth, at the end of the day, are very, very hard still. Very, very, very hard still. They have to be sharpened to an exact angle. The other thing with sharpening teeth is, like with a chainsaw, that you've got to measure and count the number of times you go through with that file. It has to be an even pressure for every stroke. Okay, otherwise you unbalance things. You start, one tooth goes a bit wonky, it cuts a bit more than the teeth in front of it and behind it.
And start jagging at the wood when you.
Then you start getting problems. So it is a bit of an old school thing. Once upon a time, people carry files into the woods with them to sharpen their saws. But if you look at older saws, they had a lot bigger teeth, a lot easier to work on. Modern saws, I wouldn't touch silky. Yeah.
Because if on the old saws, they got they do really chew into your wood. They really, with the modern day saws, you have to quite a push to get them through. Where the old fashioned saws that your granddad used to use, they just would.
Well, that's why I like the silky. I like a pulled saw rather than a push saw. There's two types of saws you get designed on the teeth. You get a pull saw, which will sit on it and it cuts as you pull it towards you, rather than we push away.
Snipers. This warning.
Yeah, and the reason being is that
hello tree.
A lot of if you take things like the silky, which I believe I've got, might be in the vehicle, the silky saw and that, they're actually pruning saws. They're all based on Japanese pruning saws. So if you were cutting fine materials, you pushed it away from you, what it tended to do was push the branch away from you. Whereas if you pulled it towards you, it didn't. Oh,
Super Sniper strikes again.
Somebody got a bit silly today.
Simon sorted him. Yeah. Cumbria. We have just lately we've been having a lot of trolls come in and they ask what the channel's about, and then they just fill up all the chat with nonsense and rubbish. So it's Sniper Simon strikes again.
So what we do, once you've been with us a week or so, everybody gets made a moderator so the snipers can, we don't tolerate abuse on this channel at all. Rudeness, arrogance, nastiness, all that can go to hell. We don't do politics, we don't do religion. Everybody's got their own path, their own ideas, their own methods. Treat all other people as you want to be treated yourself. That's our simple ethos in life. I don't care what you're wearing, who you are, what your sexuality is, where you come from, what you believe
crew.
in.
How is your hopefully your friend is a little bit better. I've been sort of thinking about that all week.
Hiya crew, how you doing, mate? Hope you're good out there.
It's under the bar, Simon. It's under the bar, mate. Help yourself.
Simon, the 762 4-bit is down in the cellar. Go whack yourself off 300, and don't waste it though.
No. You can practice down the range. We've got a range downstairs
see
as well.
What Shree did, but this is the reason I've set everybody up as a sniper. Is basically people see things before we do and act quickly. And if it's a mistake, Shree, I apologise.
Sometimes you'll notice if you look at their profile, then you got an idea what was sort of going on.
So, Yeah, I agree with you, World Survivors.
I'm pray that he's getting better.
Yeah.
He's out of the woods, but it's a shame.
Yeah.
But hopefully he stays strong and
hopefully he
get
knows
better
that
soon.
we're all thinking of him, and our thoughts and prayers are with him. So again, it's if you ever need support, and that's one of the things for this channel. Anybody out there needs support. Everybody needs it sometime, right?
Yeah.
You ever get in a difficult situation, you need somebody to talk to, and that know that
there's a lot of people out there with the mental health.
We're all here to help one another.
Yeah. No, they just it's sad that you got to go around everyone else's pages and just
work. Not a problem. If you want a loan from me, there you go, mate. I'll quite happily give you a loan, but I'm afraid I charge 300% annual interest on that.
We can throw you in a Willow as well. Oh, Cumbrian, you haven't met Willow.
There's always the banker Mick. All right, so Willow, where are you?
Come Will.
Come on, come say hello to your fans.
Will,
come on in.
He's got his bandana on today. This is Willow. He's our little mascot, our little Shih Tzu.
He's the hunting lapdog.
Yeah.
Supposed to be a Shih Tzu, which apparently is a lapdog, but this thing here has now got about 60 mice to his count.
Yeah, he's and he loves people. He loves the camps, doesn't he, mate? Yeah.
And you really like mice, don't you? Although at the moment his ambition is to catch a pigeon.
Yes.
He has been stalking pigeons for the last couple of days, and really telling them that he's not happy with
them. He couldn't get to them yesterday because they're on the roof of next door, and he actually came in and he trashed the sofa, didn't he? Threw his bandana off. Look, Willow the Great has arrived. Yeah, see, he's just
the floppy dog.
Yeah. The boss.
The man.
Yeah, he's a little Wookiee soldier. It's he's got dentist and he's groomer next week.
You got dentist and groomer this week, do you?
Yeah.
Well, you like it when you go.
We last had a camp. Willow attended and bossed everyone around, and
likes to lay down the law, doesn't he?
He really loves his bandanas. He's got England ones. He's got all sorts of little ones. Hey, mate. Your Jack Russell nailed a magpie the other day in the garden.
Excellent.
It's funny. He just changes colour. He's sort of like like a sable, black, grey, silvery. Yeah.
And then when he has it trimmed, he goes black, doesn't
he? Yeah. He's actually going to be 3 in 2 months' time. We had a Jack. We also had our border terrier was a mouser, wasn't it? Yeah.
He likes mice, doesn't he?
I had Jack Russell. He didn't mind sparrows. He used to land on him in the garden, but he didn't like starlings for some reason, did he?
Yeah. And I'll tell you what.
Yeah, he's trying to match your beard. Look.
It's quite weird how such a small dog, and he is only a small breed, he's draped in my arm like this, how heavy he is. Salve, Willow. Salve. There you go, then, little man.
He had it for breakfast this morning. He had sweet peppers, baby sweet corn. He does like his vegetable stuff.
There you go. Have a cookie. She's all right. Have a cookie, Dad. Right, so is there anything anybody wants to see off the wall or the shelf?
Yeah, is there anything on the walls that in the Cave of Wonder? I'll just move. We've got anything there that anyone. As you can see, that orange bag there, we have one of those that will be a prize. We're doing a raffle at the camp at Cumbria. We're having a camp next weekend. It's Friday till Sunday, and it's £20 for the weekend. And on a Saturday, we supply the evening meal. So, oh, what, the black and white photo of that there is Mike's father. That one is Mike shooting a AK-47, and then that one, is it that one?
Yeah,
that's him riding in London.
Rolling Thunder.
Rolling Thunder, that's it. Sorry,
the very first Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, that was Mike's dad. That one there.
That's my dad.
Yeah,
always got his eyes on me.
Yeah.
And
then that's
just watching.
That's him riding his XVS 1100, and that one is Jason the chef riding his one.
Yeah. So yes.
Yes, we did we went up there and did some of those, didn't we? We did Nottingham as well, didn't we?
Used to do a lot with Mr. Dean Cumberbatch. He's for those of you that might know the history of Rolling Thunder, you know who Dean is. He got a lot of hassle. Both me, him, and several others had to stand back in the end, basically because the authorities were starting to give us a lot of grief. But again, it was a support of veterans charity. Or organisation, and the idea was we were out there just trying to support veterans. And
we actually went on a march in Nottingham, and it was to support the soldiers and military crews that were suffering from mental health issues and having the children removed from the house. And
a person in authority up there decided that any ex-serviceman with PTSD wasn't safe to be around his own children.
I was on my big mobility scooter, and even though I was getting gypped, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I was told I wasn't allowed to, although the people were walking on the road, it was blocked off, I was told I had to go right on the pavement.
Yeah.
So I did for about 5 minutes, and then I got back on the road again.
Yeah, little rebel. You little rebel. But we've done our bit. I don't do the political stuff anymore purely simply because I get too angry with it. It's not good for my own mental state to get involved with it. So I took a back step, as did Dean and several others.
Good evening, T. Mr. T, will you be coming?
Almighty.
Mr. T, are you coming to the camp next week?
Yeah, we got a camp on next week. If you're free,
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Have you there. Oh, glad to see you. Yay. Glad to see you. Nice. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. We got tea in. Brilliant. Yeah. Brilliant.
Yes, Mr. T, we've just had your little furry friend Willow. What? T's in the house.
T's in the house.
Yeah, T's in the house.
T's in the house.
He's got his lovely little red van. Get out from under my feet. He's got a new bandana on.
I'll show you how good you're looking. There you go.
It's an unusual place. What we've had to do is it's a small charge of £20 for the weekend because the people in the woods, we have to sort of contribute now. So
So
yes, it's the
if
Willow.
You're available. It'd be lovely to have you there. It will be.
Cass is going to be there. I'm actually going to be staying in my trailer.
Yes, that's a fact. Mr. T.
Yes.
Mr. T. Thank you, moderator. So, Mr. T is a very old friend of ours.
Yes.
So I am. He's just been made a moderator as well, so he can snoke trolls as he wishes.
Okay, then that sounds great.
It'd be lovely to see you, mate. And again, you know, as you need to. If you can come on the Friday, or you want to come on the Saturday, or even if you just want to pop in last minute Sunday morning.
We're actually going to be doing a beef stew using Dexter beef from Farmer P on YouTube's farm. We went up to Gloucester and bought one of these large boxes.
Yeah. So it'll be a bit of good fun, and the idea of the camp as well is really just to give people a chance to go out, get in the woods, relax, enjoy themselves. There is no standing to, there is no standing orders. It is literally come along, set yourself up, enjoy yourself. If you want to make videos, make videos. Just bear in mind, not everybody might want to be on a video.
Like, come along, they might show how they've made something or how they do something and give you a chance to give it a try.
And you're all welcome. You're all welcome. And like I say,
that'd be great to have you one day, Will.
It's just the fact. I mean, I'm lucky to have the use of a very small woodland.
Hello, Will.
And at the end of the day, I understand how lucky I am to have the use of that. Not many people do actually have a bit of ground where they can go have a campfire in the evening, sit around with their mates and have a beer and that. So it's my way of sort of saying, come and enjoy it. Yeah, we're all well, mate. We're all well. We've been through a bit of a rough couple of weeks, but we're out the other side of it. We're doing okay. We're bouncing back as we always do. We do that thing of life throws stuff at you and you throw house bricks back. That's what you do, isn't it? It's simple as that.
Hi, Owen. Oh, I don't know.
Hi, Owen. How you doing, brother? Hope you're good. Hope everything's going well with you.
If you walk, if you go,
he's clicked it.
I done it.
Yeah.
I'm all confused now. Willow, stop it.
Yeah. I agree. World Survivors. Yeah, that is one of the saddest things in England. Unfortunately, all the land in England is owned by somebody, and even land that was once upon a time common land is now owned by somebody. Quite funny that. I mean, I grew up on a common land in the area. We had about 180 acres of common land that was commoners' rights, and over the last sort of 30 years, that has all disappeared.
Willow's mugging me from my polo.
It's become private land owned by the local authority. No longer common land. And I've even brought it up with people and said, but that used to be common. Oh, no such thing as a common anymore. Who give them the right?
You can see dropping now.
All the land in Scotland is all owned also, but we also own. Yeah, you do. You have the rights of access. But I mean, even then, there's responsibility that comes with that, and I think that's the difference. Is in Scotland, having a smaller population and a larger rural area, I think not all, but obviously a lot of your people are a lot more respectful of it. Down here, unfortunately,
we watch Vinnie Jones. He's got a farm in Sussex, not far from Petworth, and he's been having trouble with ramblers because although there's footpaths across his land, they're going in gates and
wandering
everywhere and disturbing the kingfishers that he's got, and he's he's got into the argument all the time.
Yeah, right. A few ruin it for the majority, and that's the same with everything. I mean, I do a lot of my day job is off-road driving. Okay, this week I've been driving on a movie set off-road, moving actors around and that, and I've had members of the public come up to me. What gives you the right to be driving here? Well, actually, the land's been hired to film on. That's why we're here. We've been very respectful. We're only setting on certain routes. We've been very careful with. Some of them get it. Some of them were like, "Oh, right, fine, we understand."
Yeah, the worst place we found World Survivors is Marlborough Down and Salisbury Plain.
Yeah,
because we've always had 4x4s, haven't we?
Yeah.
And when we used to go Green Lane a lot, the amount of rubbish, TVs, kids' toys, old people's pictures, old kitchen, they've taken down their shed, garage, and they just dump it everywhere. It's taken them effort to go along the byways to dump it.
Yeah,
you can take the effort to go along to a council dump and dump it there. It's
and we were we were 4x4ing and green laning before it became popular. I'm talking back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Before it became popular, we used to go out in a little Series 3 Land Rover, our Lada Niva, and we used to go all over these places.
Isuzu Trooper,
popular, yeah. Before it was popular, it wasn't an issue because the people that did it were people that had a passion for it, obeyed the rules. It's like us guys with the wild camping and the survival thing. We leave no trace rule, tread lightly rule, and all the rest of it.
And we used to carry,
and then it becomes a fashion thing or popular thing, and then you draw in all the idiots from not necessarily in the cities, but the idiot factor come in because it's the thing to do today. And then they chew it all up, make a mess, leave their crap.
But we've had it before now. Random was saying to us, you know, where's a 6-inch nail when you want one? Because they wanted it, because they want about you know, us using the byway when they've got thousands more places to walk. But even so, we've you say about you know, what Cook was saying about scenes that people just they go camping and then they just leave everything and throw everything and break everything. We used to carry black sacks with us, and we regularly stopped for a tea break, and then we used to pick up any the old the plastic bottles and cans and that you see laying around. We'd take them home and we'd throw them away.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the twats that ruin it for everybody else, and that's the sad thing. And unfortunately, wild camping, hiking, the whole outdoors thing at the moment is just starting to ease down from its popularity. At the height of its popularity, the problem was people would watch on YouTube somebody like me doing a wild camping video in my woods, having my fire, being respectful, leaving no trace and all the rest of it. But then they'd look at their mates and go, how do you fancy getting out to the woods tonight? We'll all go buy some cheap tents. We'll drag the whole lot up onto the common. We'll take a load of beer up with us, a load of funny stuff. We'll have a great party. And then they get up in the morning and they go, I paid a tenner.
Series 3 and going up. Devil's Punch Bowl, I believe.
Yeah, lightweights. Yeah.
But the trouble is, well, the green lanes we've had round here, we're losing so many because people are complaining and put it down to the 4x4. There are bad ones that go off piste and they drive in bits of wood they're not supposed to, but a lot of it is we get the blame for stuff being dumped and burnt out cars, and it's not.
No. And the thing is, the antis, doesn't matter what you do, the anti-brigade will use every tool in the book to hit you. And this is one of the problems for us as well with the antis.
It's a shame, Cumbria. The
antis will do everything they can to stop you. They will lie, cheat, deceive to stop you. And they're so driven to it that they become noticeable. Most of us just want a quiet life. We just want to go and do the thing we enjoy. We're careful, respectful. We can't really put our beds above the parapet and go, oh, I welcome to so-and-so, because you're not allowed to do that. However, I come from a farming background. Most of the farmers I know people camp on their land. Their attitude to it is, if I didn't know you was there, I don't care. If you're not doing any damage, you're not leaving a footprint, you're not leaving a trace. If I walk through there tomorrow and it doesn't look like anybody was there, or I can tell somebody was, but they've left it as they found it, they're not bothered.
Because I'm disabled, so we used to sort of say to people, you know, I'm disabled, so this is the only way I've got to see the countryside. And they were saying, well, you shouldn't come out of the country. But I always used to carry a camera with me. And if I'd seen anyone off piste doing stupid, we recorded them and reported them.
Yeah.
Simple as that, because we didn't want to be tarred with that same brush. Well, Cumbrian was saying that kids have made a track round him. The rubbish is getting horrendous.
Yeah, well, what I was saying there, I mean, I know they used to have some forestry tracks out on. Oh, come on! What's the name of the forest? It's the biggest forest in the UK. I was only up there the other week. I was up there with.
Dumfries and Galloway.
Yeah, the Oh, what's the name of the forest? It's gone straight up.
Forest of Galloway, wasn't it? Galloway?
Forest of Galloway. That's it. They used to have the forestry tracks up there, which used to pay a small fee, and you could go and use the forestry tracks, which were quite nice.
The different thing with Adley, we were often on the Salisbury Pane, and you got to do is pass the information on to the land wardens there, and they do get stopped, and they're getting their 4x4s and their motorbikes are taken away now.
And that's the thing on the new
Night Ray
Plain or any military land now. If you're off piste and that, they will seize the vehicle there and then, have the powers to do it, and you probably won't see it again.
No,
it's liable to end up crushed.
A lot of them have got no licenses anyway, and they're not you can drive the byways, but you've got to have insurance and etc.
I think it's a sad picture of the world that it comes to that. It's a sad picture of the world when people can't just go out and think to themselves, well, that's the byway, that's where I'm supposed to be. I'm going to pick the litter up behind me because it's a beautiful place. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I want to come back again. But they don't. They go through the mindset of me.
We once went down to it's Marlborough Downs, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we come across a couple. They obviously didn't realise it was a green lane that we were driving along. I think we had 6 vehicles with us, and he was taking photographs of the young lady.
Oh, yeah.
Quickly trying to put her clothes back on again.
Yeah. It was it was one of those blushing moments for Mick as we come down
on the CB radio. Have you seen what them two are up to?
I come around the corner, the young lady has got her blouse open like that, and he stood the other side with his camera. And he sort of looked and went like that, and she covered herself up, and it was like, morning. Strode past very quietly. Morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
redlining.
Yeah.
I love CBs, but the only trouble was I've had a bad habit of saying something on the CB, and it would go back on the line, and I'd be mentioning something, and the person that I was probably mentioning was just walking past the open window of one of the other vehicles, and they heard everything I said.
Yeah, as someone just said, e-bikers do. They do on some trails. I mean. And again, it's the other thing, isn't it? It's like the 4x4s. It's like the trail riders and the motorcyclists. All the time, you're responsible and you're going along at a sensible speed, so that you know if they come around the corner as a family there or something, you're not going to clout them. That's great. But then you've got the lunatics that will tear along at 40, 50 miles an hour.
We went on one.
It's not the place for doing it.
The other side of Shears, the other side of Guildford, and we were going down this. It's quite a windy track. And we were nearly taken out by like a go-kart thing, wasn't it? He nearly went right under the front end of us. He was going that fast. And funny enough, we saw him later on, didn't we?
Yeah.
Pushing it because he ran out of petrol.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing. Is people sometimes forget that they're also sharing the space with others.
Yeah.
And it is sharing it with others. Okay. That's...
Good evening, El Croc.
Oh, yeah, El Croc.
It's true, we go out and to enjoy it, and you go out in your garden and enjoy it, but you don't want someone coming along and throwing rubbish over your fence, do you?
Yeah.
So we just had there's 2 girls in hospital, our local hospital at the moment. They were 2 up on their e-bikes and they crashed it.
It's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult. I mean, don't be funny. All right, I'm a hooligan biker. I am one of the proper. I describe myself as a proper old school auto thug. I mean, somebody mentioned the picture earlier on. Again, let's go look at it. So there you go.
That's him.
All right,
that lunatic there.
Abe Hangers, Big V twin. Okay, leading the club into London. I'm as guilty as others for getting a great deal of pleasure. Have I ever driven at speed? Of course I have. But when did I do it?
Yeah,
where
not
did I
when
do it?
We've done. Yeah.
So, and I think that's the other thing, isn't it? Is you got to know when it's okay to do it. You got to be practical about it. And if you get caught, I mean, my whole attitude to speeding was invariably I'm within the speed limit. But there's been a
Twice.
couple of times on the bike I've been nabbed, and each time I put my hands up to it straight away. Fair play, officer.
Twice you actually saved someone on a pony because we were going for Frensham Ponds has actually got a green lane that goes right across it, and we'd stopped to have a drink, and we heard all this shouting, and this pony come tearing down towards us with a kid of about 8 or 9 on the back of it. What had happened is someone's dog had run out. I think it was an Alsatian, had run out and nipped the pony's legs. And of course, this kiddie couldn't control you had to sort of, get the pony sorted out.
World survivors, you're absolutely spot on right there. No man owns the land, okay? And you will camp anywhere you want. But I will also add this. You, like me, will camp anywhere you want, but you'll camp there with respect. When you leave, nobody will have known you've been there. You don't damage things. You don't leave trace behind you, and you respect the land. Not partly out of respect, well, more out of respect for the land than the landowner, but also you do endeavour to do it that in the hope one day somebody will actually come into power that will sit there and go, why shouldn't people be allowed to do this? And there'll be enough responsible people out there to be able to carry this further.
We've gone long before now. We found a fallen tree down, so we've either chopped it or pulled it out the way. So therefore it meant other people could use the byway as well, rather than it getting blocked off. It's
all we can hope for. And when you do get caught, and I have been caught, when I have been caught, I can actually look the person in the eye and say, I'm not damaging anything. I'm not marking anything. I'm not leaving a trace. I have an absolute love for the land that you own. I have a passion for it. I enjoy it. And you've caught me and I shouldn't be here. Invariably, I've either been just asked politely, could I please
There's
leave?
A site we saw the other day. It's called Nearly Wild Camping. It's a company. I think it costs £20 a year to join them, and they've now gone up to 300 sites around the country. And they do they do a poo pledge. When you use these wild camping places, there is no toilets, there is no water. It is a wild camp, but what they do, you sign the poo pledge. Excuse me. What it is they expect you to bring a little trowel with you, and you go away from your camp, obviously, dig a little hole and use that.
And somebody did say to me when we mentioned the other week, oh yeah, but somebody's making money out of it. Yes, they are. But on the other side of the coin, they're charging £20 a year for you to sign up to this. That person has gone out, taken the time and the effort to go around farmers and landowners UK-wide, talk to them, discuss it with them. That's cost them to organise and do. They've set up an agreement system where they promise that everybody through them is going to obey the rules and be polite, friendly, not damage anything, mark anything. And it is one of the ways for you to gain access to wild sites with permission.
It's the same as the former force.
Matty, I get it, Matty, and it's difficult.
It's really
for you guys.
annoying.
As a member of the society, you're going out doing your thing, and in my day, my dad's farm. There's 25 scouts in the bottom field all set up. Fine, leave them to it, because you knew there wouldn't be a trace, there wouldn't be a mark, there'd be no damage than that. Also, in fact, the old man probably sell them a couple of pints of milk, but there we go.
I mean, our granddaughter, she's 4, and she told us the other week when we took her to the woods that she wanted a tent and she wanted to camp out. So we've got her a little tent, and we will take her out. And obviously, if she doesn't like it, she can always call in the trailer with Nanny.
And that's what it's all about, isn't it? And it's always there's always a small few that will ruin it for us, but invariably they're nothing to do with what we're interested in doing. Invariably, it's a group of local oiks decided to go out and have a party up the woods or on a bit of land
Lake District is really bad, isn't it? For that,
no love and passion for the place.
They buy their pop-up tents. I think I don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Pop-up tent.
Yeah.
I'll be bringing a pop-up tent to the camp if anybody wants to try it out, use it. Yeah. So, yeah, and it is, and this is the answer, isn't it? This is the answer to sorting out this problem.
It's flying tonight, isn't it?
If enough,
as usual.
if enough people can join an organisation like we have and go and use these places, in so doing, we're actually building up a case for saying people can be trusted to do it properly. Yeah, that you can trust these people to come use your land and camp. All right, and at the end of the day, that builds our case. It makes our case stronger for us.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Maybe Bushcrafter Club. Yeah,
no,
exactly.
The thing is, when we do go out, we prove that we do pick up all. We won't leave any trace, and that there is saying, well, you may think this of us, but you're wrong. There. Can you see a trace of us? No, we're not all the same.
And this is the thing, isn't it? It's that's all we can do is put our best foot forward, and try and educate people. I meet people all the time in nature of my business, in nature of what I do as a channel. I meet people quite regularly. First thing they say, "Oh, don't agree with people like you doing that," and then I spend 10 minutes talking to them, and they're like, "Oh yeah." And it's quite funny. Oh yeah, but people like you aren't the problem. And I go, yeah, but why am I being hit with the problems as you see it? You know,
because we get it, the nastiness and the
Oh, we've had it a few times, haven't we? There's been a couple of times Kaz has had to put a hand on my knee and say, "Please don't get out of the car because I know what you're going to do."
I just picked up my disabled blue badge. Does it go? Yep.
Well, this is one other thing in the schools, isn't it? I mean,
it probably is that one that
we off the 9. Okay, so in schools, maybe instead of telling children what they can have sex with and how to have sex, we need to actually be talking about responsibility. Okay, being a responsible adult and taking pride in your responsibility. I take a great deal of pride in how I carry myself when I'm out in the woods, when I'm doing my thing, and I think all you guys do.
It's the best way to be a Mac in the middle of nowhere and a party, is it?
Yeah. You never. Yeah, but the thing is, Mac, it was a different generation. You didn't leave your crap behind you. And that was the thing, because you had been taught from childhood by your parents, from people you knew, from all your peers. You don't leave your rubbish. You don't make a mess. You don't burn the trees down.
You wouldn't be allowed to go out again, would
you? Yeah. And again, Mac, like me, grew up in a very small community. Everybody in my community knew who I was. They knew my dad. They knew my mum. If I stepped out of line, even as a teenager, if I stepped out of line, my parents knew about it, and then I got it when I got home, and that was the difference. So I think it was.
Yes. Anyway, how are you, you little a little cyborg? How you feeling, Stealth?
Yeah, how's Stealth? How's Stealth feeling?
I bet you would have, Mac. Yeah, literally.
How's the heart? How are you doing? Yeah, Lee, you're right. Treat it as your home. Yeah.
Oh, lovely Polish. My sister-in-law's Polish.
Yeah.
Sounds nice.
Yeah. Yeah, when we had neighbours and neighbours, when everybody was involved, if you saw one of the neighbours' kids go down flat on his face, you were out there straight away. You all right? You know, if he was misbehaving, you could go and knock on the door and go, little Johnny's been a bit of a twat, you know. Excellent, mate. Excellent.
You can now carry milk.
Getting there bit by bit.
Yeah.
Baby steps, mate. Baby steps.
Yeah.
Baby steps to recovery.
And if you're listening, Max, I hope you're feeling you're all good, mate.
Whilst we're about that, as Kaz just said, to my mate Max, you're out there somewhere, brother. We are thinking about you. We think about you every Sunday. Everybody here gives you a thought. Hope you're good.
He was in the other Sunday, wasn't he?
Yeah. I hope you're doing all right. I hope everything's good with you. And you're out there doing your wild thing. The wild man Max, the legend himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope it's all going well.
Yeah, ferrets. Yeah.
I used to go to school with a ferret in my pocket. That's why I got the nickname Compo. I used to go to school.
When we were kids, we used to get my cousin to nick the tractor, and we used to drag down the field to where the big pile of the dung pile was, and he set the tipper trailer off, and we would hang on for dear life and try not to slide into the dung heap. Well, because I was the eldest, I had the longer arms, so I was always the one that ends up hanging off the back, and all the others were laying in the pile in the dung heap.
Got to take up jumps we dealt with. Yeah. I mean, as a kid, I had permission to wear Wellington boots to school because I come straight off a dairy farm. So I used to cut across the fields to get to the school. So they gave me permission to wear Wellington boots to the school, but as long as I took school shoes with me and changed at the school. Well, when you're 12 or 13 years old, you soon get bored with that. So I used to just clump around the school in my wellies and, ferret in my pocket.
I remember one kid brought his pet mouse into school.
Yeah.
And we were on one of the old, you used to have those, the huts. You used to walk up the steps. They're like almost like temporary ones. Well, of course, he had his desk up so the teacher couldn't see that his mouse was in there, and someone in front of him didn't realise and went like that and hit the.
Oh dear! Bad day for the mouse.
Yeah. It grew its little fairy wings.
Yeah. Poor little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love my ferrets. I used to have a polecat ferret called Inky. And he got called Inky because when I was really little, I couldn't say Stinky.
Yeah.
So he was Inky.
We used to have ferrets, and we had one given to us, wasn't they? Yeah. And he used to undo his cage and call him, and he'd climb down the cage, come indoors, eat his dinner, and then go back outside again.
Yeah, didn't like being indoors.
No.
But yeah, and again, it's that love and passion for nature, countryside, the environment. I mean, don't get me wrong. So I grew up rabbiting. I grew up controlling the vermin on the local farms and land that we had. Yeah, clip on the ear by the local Bobby. Yeah, the hiding when you got home. Yeah,
I see someone in Devon the other day took a picture of this animal in their tree, and it was a pine marten.
Yeah,
it shows they're starting to spread around the country now.
Things start. Often we say in the UK, things start in America and they come to Britain. Okay, now me and Kaz were watching a police program the other night, weren't we? And in this particular town or state or community. They'd set up a program where they were holding the parents responsible for the children's misbehavior. And what would happen is the children were getting arrested. They've been taken back to the parents, and the parents were getting the fines. Well, that's what used to happen here in the UK when I was a kid.
Yeah.
If I broke a window and I got into trouble and they called it
the
equivalent of an ASBO, then my parents got the ASBO.
And it was going on to people actually getting moved out of their social housing if the kids get misbehaving.
Is really, in my view, the way it needs to go. The parents are the ones that are going to have to deal with those kids.
Don't have your latchkey kids.
It all starts at home, and the responsibility has to go back to the parents.
Night Island, hope you have good fun with your two mums.
And if the parents can't deal with the kid, well, then the kid gets locked up. It's at the end of the day, it's where the responsibility starts.
You've been doing some work with some of the they're like scouts, aren't they?
Yeah.
The Adventure Scouts they are now, and it's good to see that there's still some that still want to do the army cadets, the scouts and things like that.
Well, I think all these organisations are brilliant for the youngsters. I think there should be more of it.
We're lucky that here there is there's a group, and they've got their own little bit of woodland not far from where we are now, and they do their forest camps there.
Yeah, the wild camps and that, forest camps, forest school. I mean, it's a simple pointer and fact for you. Okay, now if you go and watch Big Phil Campion's blogs, and for those who don't know, Big Phil Campion, ex 22 SAS, ex para, brilliant guy. Okay, salt of the earth, absolutely down around, but he does some brilliant interviews with a lot of ex Special Forces guys from all over the world.
I never got into the guides.
And quite regularly,
too busy.
When he's talking to these ex Special Forces guys, and I'm talking some of the bigger names in the Special Forces world, and he says to them, "Tell me about your background." And it turns out that they were a bit of a tearaway, they were a bit of a rogue, they were a bit of a so-and-so, until they joined things like, nearly all of them seems to be that they came through army cadets or scouts or an organisation like that, where they were a rogue and a tearaway. They were going down the wrong path until somebody gave them discipline. From discipline comes self-respect. Okay, it's something I was taught as a kid. Discipline engineers into people's self-respect. That self-respect will carry you through life. Those people then went on to become some of the most elite people you'd ever met in the world. And they admit it themselves. They will say, if I hadn't have done that, I'd have probably been in prison, I'd have been a troublemaker, I'd have been in trouble. So I really, really am a big, big advocate of any of these organisations, whether it's Scouts, Cubs, Sea Cadets, Air Cadets, Army Cadets, whether it's anything like
some
that,
of them,
because it instills that self-belief, that self-discipline, that self-respect.
They end up on city farms and things like that, and it's the chance to work with the animals and do grow things and that. They thrive on it. It's just they need something in their life. There's a bit more than just all the trouble and the odd drinking and glue sniffing and things like that.
And I think that's the thing is when you join something like that as a kid, I think what happens, you go from being a rogue, trying to front yourself up, and show the world that you're the big man, you suddenly become into something where everybody's broken down to their basics. But at times when you make the effort, somebody pats you on the back, somebody rewards you, somebody says you did well there, well done, son, good move. We've all had, any of you guys that are ex-military, and most of you guys that have through your life, we're all of the same generation. Think back to those moments when you were a kid when somebody actually patted you on the back and went, well done, son. Right? And how important that was, what a keystone in your life that was to how you then progressed. One of the things that I think happens to a lot of youngsters these days is if nobody at home cares, the school system definitely doesn't care. There is nobody rewarding them for the effort and for the good things. The only time anybody rewards anything or mentions anything these days is they say, oh, it's not his fault. Rather than saying, well done, son, you've achieved something, you've done something, that was good, well done, proud of you. That goes such a long way in how somebody then progresses through life.
And another thing is for some of these troubled teens and youngsters, negative attention is better than no attention at all.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's so, that, isn't it?
We had it here, didn't we? When we first moved into Farnborough, first big town we'd lived in. We lived in a block of flats. Me and Kaz being the sort of people we were, we got to know a couple of the local lads, and two of them in particular were little sods. They really were little sods, and we made friends with them and their families. And I would take them out with me up the woods. So we took them on a couple of holidays, didn't we? They came along, and the deal was they would help us keep an eye on our boys. And they've gone on to have great and successful lives. Done really well for themselves. And I think that's sometimes that just comes down to, I'm not bigging myself up and saying, oh, we were brilliant for it, but I think sometimes people just need somebody to point them in the right direction and pat them on the back. And I think if you can do that with somebody, quite often you find you can make a big difference in their life.
It's like being even adults being, you know,
Stubbs just said it there. Yeah, he was a little shit.
You got someone who can just sit there and just listen to you talk.
Yeah,
it can make so much of a difference.
And like I say, that self-respect is built out of responsibility and an achievement, but it takes somebody to actually say, well done, son, or well done, love, good effort, well done, you're doing great, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you also about the Cubs, Beavers, Scouts, Guides, Brownies, ACFs, you know, Army Cadet. It's all sort of coming together and learning to work as a group.
Walcock Works just said there, his old Cubs and Beavers as scout leaders lived next door, but one dude is paraplegic, still managed to run outdoors activities. A legend, yes, an inspiration in your life, mate. Lee Michelle, Army cadet, saved him from going down the wrong path and then joined the army, and the rest is history. Exactly, mate. Okay, respect is a two-way street, but at the end of the day, respect has to be earned, and the hardest respect to earn is your own.
Yeah,
is that
and you can give just a bit of your time to some of these kids and that, and it's
no role models. I think that's the point I'm trying to make. World Survivors, you spot on their role models. You've got to have somebody to look up to. You've got to have somebody that inspires you to make an effort, change, and that. And I think that's an important thing. There are no role models. Yeah. Yeah, it's and it's not just for the boys either. These days, it's for the girls as well.
Yeah,
you know, it's having somebody to aspire to be.
Because you do that, you do your a couple of weekend camps a year.
Yeah,
for the kids and that, and they enjoy it. It's just
Lee Michelle just made a good point as well. Keeping kids out of adult affairs, they don't need to grow up too fast. Let them be young. Let them have their adventures. Let them make their mistakes as well. Let them be kids. One of the things today is young people are forced to grow up so quickly. I mean,
our boys. I always say, your mum was a little bit horrified when I said it, but I always used to think of the boys like little brothers.
Yeah.
And we've not had any issues with the boys. You know, they've grown up to be two very independent, hardworking men.
Yeah. I think the secret to it is allow them to be kids when they're kids. Don't put too much on them. Give them respect. Get them to earn respect. Let them learn how important it is to learn that respect. The other thing is allow them to be kids. Allow them to make the mistakes. Allow them to
There's not a lot of youth clubs now, is there?
No.
I mean, I tried joining the Brownies and that when I was a kid, but there was only one Brownies and Guides, and the waiting list was so long that I never did get a chance to join.
Youth provision, slowly bringing it back. Yeah, youth provision. They're the future, aren't
they? It's nice to see. We often see them doing the Duke of Edinburgh Awards.
Yeah,
you see them hiking with the backpacks, and we see them in groups and that. It's good to see.
And I think the other thing is as well, for us as an older generation, we have to remember things have changed. The pressures we had on us as a kid didn't exist now. I've recently had a conversation with a 14-year-old who was telling me how much he was worried that he wouldn't be able to earn enough for his first mortgage. Now, no 14-year-old should ever be worrying about that. For 14 years old, all you should be considering is the fact that you're just into puberty, you want to play football or you want to go out with your mates, you want to have a good kickabout, you want to have a good time. The last thing you should be thinking about at 14 years old is whether or not you're going to be able to get a mortgage. That sort of pressure destroys childhood. So they lose that bit of their life where they're actually learning to get outdoors, have fun,
Yeah, I
bond
suppose
with
that is.
friends and build
Well, I was
friendship.
just saying he's got a son of 9 and a child of 9, and the problem is getting him off the PS1.
Yeah.
Is because they just go in there and they switch off.
I was chatting to a computer programmer about 2 years ago who was telling me about what do they call it? What do they call it? Oh, basically there are certain things. There's certain tones, noises, flashes, and that subliminal messaging. That's it. Subliminal messaging. They can engineer that into games in such a way that it makes the game addictive. And they do. He said they're not supposed to do it, but he said it happens.
So these they're getting so levels. You got to keep getting. You got to beat the levels.
That is a cruelty of adults putting something on to youngsters. But also, we also have to realise that the world changes. The games we played as kids, our parents looked at, or the things we had as kids, our parents looked at and went, blimey, I mean, I can remember that. You sit any close to that telly, you'll get square eyes. In my day, we didn't.
Yeah, we had that stupid thing. Went tennis,
so
wasn't it?
It's just an evolution. But unfortunately, for a lot of youngsters today, that evolution of technology and science sucks them in, and you can only do what you can do. So they will also go on to become the experts. You look at we don't do politics on this channel, but if you look at what's happening in places like Ukraine and look at how that war's being fought there. That's been fought with technology that 20 years ago didn't exist. It's technology that came out of gamers. It's technology that came out of kids sitting in front of computer screens. Right? Whether it's right or wrong, that's worked there. That stopped the biggest force in the world dead in its tracks. Okay, so things do evolve, and I've worked for a lot of years with recruits, and I've seen recruits coming into the military from a completely different background to what I had as a kid, but they are still the same young men and women that we were. Okay, so it's a difficult.
Like, shut your mouth if you think the wind's going to change direction. You'll stay like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's again they can't help the world they're brought up in, and they can't help what's put in front of them. Okay, so
I don't have the remote control. I only get the remote control when someone's away.
We would have. I mean, if we'd have had these games when I was a kid, I'd have been sat in front of the TV playing Battle of Honor.
I admit I play Mahjong, but I've got 3 games that I play once a day.
Yeah,
and they don't last very long because I got Mahjong and I got a bubble one and that, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I think we would have all been stuck on it.
I love Pac-Man. Good job there's I haven't got a Pac. And I got the Super Nintendo still with Super Mario. Luckily I haven't got the lead for it, because otherwise we'd be sitting there going, I'm going to Clopper's Castle.
Yeah. But it's the world evolves, the world does change, and I think as we get older, we've got to be, my generation especially, have to be a little bit more mindful to how different things are for the youngsters today. We've got to still try and inspire in the things that we know work for people, the passion of being outdoors, getting fun out there, the social responsibility and all the rest of it. But I think we also have to bear in mind that they're brought up in a completely different world to what we were.
Thing is, but also you got the internet is the devil, but it's also the savior, because they're able to find so much information. Some information you'd rather they didn't find, but at least sometimes they do. They can be encouraged to find out things for themselves.
Yeah,
through the internet. So
this. I mean, don't I wish I didn't that as a kid? I'd have been a right geek.
Yes, well, Cook, I'll get you an extra big one.
I'd have been Googling things left, right, and centre. My parents would have hated me No, Dad. No, Dad.
Be time, gentlemen,
The
please.
final drive on a Jaguar XJR is such and such and such and such a. Shut up.
I can admit the other day I was riding along on my scooter and I did suddenly stop because as I went past this house's driveway, I noticed a lovely Mark II Granada in their front garden.
So there's a channel for you all. If you're out
Night,
there
Owen.
and you want to watch something tomorrow, Life's a Hobby, brilliant channel. Dive over and look at his stuff. He's based in Ireland. That's Owen. Absolutely fantastic guy, brilliant cinematographer. His videos and that are absolutely beyond belief. Some of the views and scenery he gets is fantastic. All my love to Denise and to your little pup. Give him a hug from me, mate. Have a good night. Have a great week.
I know he's got to get me a bell, and he. Time, gentlemen, please.
Okie doke. Then
all the glasses back on the bar, if you don't mind, gentlemen and ladies.
Be one of the first projects is a bell for Caroline. Yeah, he does some fantastic content.
Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed your visit to us, Wandering Cumbrian, and that you'll come visit again.
Let's sort him out now.
Thank you, Matty.
There you go. Wandering Cumbrian, I've just made you a moderator as well. So there you go, mate. Welcome to the club. I'm more than happy to join us any Sunday night, and I appreciate it. I don't do the lives to support my channel. My lives are my social thing. I do this on a Sunday night, and as you see, we get into all sorts of random subjects. Yeah. We have a laugh and a giggle. It's all based on what you guys come up with on the chat. Nothing is scripted. We've tried that. It doesn't work.
Night that you made everyone moderators, people getting barred left, right, and centre.
And the whole. Somebody said to me a little while ago.
Nightly.
So your Sunday social has nothing to do with survival, and I picked them up and said it does this. Survival isn't for everybody. A plane crash in the jungle, I can handle that. Survival isn't for everybody. Getting stuck on a mountain in a winter blizzard. Survival for a lot of people these days is just getting through the day to day. If you can join a group on a Sunday night of like-minded souls that can have a laugh and a chat and a giggle and a natter
and beat our sniper to the,
then that is good for the mental health. And is that not survival in its own right? So thank you for joining us tonight on the Sunday Night Social, because I guarantee you, you guys help me and you help Kaz with our mental health. You help us with support. Just knowing there are people out there on a Sunday afternoon waiting for us to go live is a bonus for us. And then when I see you guys talking amongst yourself, making friends, that helps me.
Building our community, it's really
gives me a goal in life.
It's good.
Yeah. So
excellent. I'm glad to hear that.
We've hit the 2-hour mark, so I'll do my usual, which I will say to you all. Have an absolutely wonderful week. Get outdoors, try and get some fresh air, smile yourself, and if you can, try and make one person a day smile, even if it's just a little comment when you're at the checkout or something like that. If you can make one person smile a day, it is such a reward to yourself. Okay? So have an awesome week, and we will see you next Sunday. As always,
for those that are at the camp, we will see you then.
Yeah, I'll see some of you at the camp on Friday and Saturday.
So I would say goodbye, but he's snoring.
From Mick, Kaz, Little Willow, Mac, and everybody else out there, have an awesome one. Enjoy yourselves. Love those you do. Forgive those you don't. And may peace and light be upon absolutely every one of you. Till next time, this is Mick and Kaz.
Night all.
Night all.